What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Capricorn Sun sign friends. If you're born between the dates of December 22nd and January 19th, then you're a Capricorn Sun sign, and this video is for you. I blinked and I missed October. I don't know where the time went. It just flew by. I don't know if you feel the same way, but jeez. That means, though, that Halloween and Samhain are here, and I wanted to do a special reading. We've been doing special readings all month, trying to get into the spirit of October with darker decks and darker readings that deal with the shadow and whatnot. And today is no different. We're going to be doing a special Halloween reading for Halloween and Samhain, and basically what this reading is, it takes a snapshot of your current or present energies, and it basically lets you know which way you need to head, what you've been doing well, what you need to work on, that sort of thing. And it should just give you an idea of what adjustments you can make to get further along on your path, basically. Okay, I've got some crystal friends here. I've got my black obsidian skull. He's here to make sure that we're not afraid to look at the shadow, that we're going to recognize the shadow and understand it. I've also got my Scarlet Temple Lemurian. This is a very high vibe crystal, but at the same time is very grounding. So these crystals are going to help us to stay grounded, yet grounded and real. Okay, let's put it that way. We're going to be using the Dark Grimoire Tarot. This is the darkest deck I've owned, and that's why we're using it today, to get into the spirit of Halloween. But without further ado, let's get into it. Then the first card we're going to look at is this one, and it is the Life card. It represents what to embrace at this time of Halloween or of Samhain. And we've got the Devil card. Oh. Give me a moment here. Okay, I think you need to embrace your shadow side a little bit, Capricorn friends. It's no good to deny your shadow. You can't hide from it. You can't run from it. Your shadow is part of you. It's part of who you are. And so many people in the spiritual community think that, oh, we got to move away from the shadow. Which, yes, it's true. We want to move towards light, absolutely. But you can't move towards light by ignoring the shadow. You move towards light by standing firm and looking the shadow in the eye and saying, I'm going to do something about you. Okay? So we can't move towards light if you're not going to recognize the shadow. In fact, that's the first thing that has to happen before you're going to be living a life full of light and love. Okay, you have to deal with your shadow, and I get the feeling that a lot of you need to embrace that. I think a lot of you need to look at your dark side, and what I mean by shadow is, what are the negative thoughts and the negative feelings that you have? What are the negative tendencies that you have? Your addictions, your negative reactions to certain things. All these things need to be looked at, and they need to be analyzed, and they need to be learned from. So that's definitely something to think about this Halloween season, Capricorn friends, is what is your relationship with your shadow like, and how can you improve it, basically. All right, let's move on over to this card, which is the Death card, and it represents what to let go of this Halloween or Samhain season. We've got the Justice card. I see vindictiveness. Is that the right word? Vindictiveness? Look at it. We got a voodoo doll here, okay? You're not going to make a voodoo doll if there wasn't a lot of jealousy, if there wasn't a lot of retribution, if there wasn't a lot of revenge that you're trying to get. All those things negative. Okay, and I think what this card is saying is you need to let go of, oh, she wronged me, I'm gonna get her back, or I'm gonna show them, or I'm gonna, you know what I mean. Get rid of that. I think you need to let go of that this season, because it's part of your shadow, sure, but let's not hold on to that. So a lot of the time our shadows can kind of lead us around if we're unconscious of it, and I get the feeling that a lot of you, your shadow's playing up in the vindictiveness. I don't know why I can't conjugate that verb. It's a hard one. In your vindictiveness, in your quest for revenge or retribution, right? So do it for you. Do everything you do for you, and don't worry about other people. All right, let's move on over to this card, which represents your courage. This is where you've been brave, where you've been courageous, what you're doing well, and we've got the Five of Wands. I get the feeling here that you're not one to back down. You're not backing down from anything. And that's good. You're ready for the fight. You're ready to assert yourself. You're ready to imprint yourself onto the world, and that's a great thing. That's very courageous, and that's something that you should maintain. You should continue to do that, because you've come here for a reason. You've come here to spread a certain energy, and you got to stand up for yourself if you're going to do that. If you're going to be meek and in the shadows, then it's going to be very hard for you to share your energy with the world. So I get the feeling that you're one of those little bit, at least at this time now, at this time of Halloween, you're very outspoken, maybe not necessarily in your words, but more in your actions. Your actions speak for you, and you've been taking actions that really show your assertiveness. So keep doing that. All right, this card here represents your fears. And we got the Hierophant. Oh, okay. I get the feeling here that you kind of fear maybe higher authority. You fear the rules and the regulations, and you are bound by them. You're fearing what will happen if I break the rules, possibly. What will happen if I get a job that's not is not accepted by society, you know? What if society views me differently because I'm following my passion? Oh, these are fears that I get the sense that many of you are having. I don't have to tell you, I mean, that should sound bad. Okay, you shouldn't have those fears. Those fears are unsubstantiated. It's just the fear of change. And a lot of it is programming. We've all been programmed to accept the fact that, the more money you have, the better of a person you are. So the better job you have, the more likely you're a better person. That should sound, if that sounds ridiculous, it's because it is. Yeah. So that's an unsubstantiated fear. Get rid of that. Don't worry about the rules, the laws, the regulations of your life. You didn't create them, so why would you ever follow them? Alright, this card here represents what to celebrate, Capricorn friends, at this time. And we've got the Six of Chalices. Oh, okay. That's a nice card. I think you should celebrate the past. I think you should celebrate where you've been. I think you should take some time to reminisce and just be grateful for all that's transpired up until now. Everything that's occurred to you in your life, whether you perceive it as good or bad, has led up to this point. It's helped shape you and create you into who you are right now. And, the experiences you have in the future will create and shape the future you. But I think now's a good time to just sit back and really show appreciation for all the things that you've gone through, all the things that you've done, all the lessons that you've learned, and really look back with fondness on the dark times especially. I don't know if you realize this, but those dark times in your life are the times where you are growing the most, where the most growth occurred, where you learned the most lessons, when you became a better person. When things were going great, yeah, there's happy memories, but there wasn't as much growth there. So celebrate that this Halloween season. And lastly, we've got this card which represents what to contemplate this Halloween season, my Capricorn friends. We've got the Knave of Swords, or the Page in more traditional tarot. Hold on, give me a second here. I don't know. I think this card is saying that you need to contemplate how can I put this? I don't know. I'm struggling with this card. I kind of know what it's saying, but how do I put this into words? Contemplate your immaturity as far as the ego mind. And I hate to say that. That's why I didn't want to. Not immaturity. There's a lot of growth that all of our ego minds need to go through in order to become more mature. To me, a more mature ego mind is one that does its job and nothing more. It doesn't create fear. It doesn't create worry. It doesn't create anxiety or stress. It just says, okay, here's a problem. I'm going to solve it. What's the next problem? And it works in the now moment. And I think we all, human beings, need to work on that. But I think that's something to really contemplate this Halloween for you, Capricorn friends, is how can I make sure my ego mind is doing the right thing? How can I make sure that it's not creating fear? Fear is just unsubstantiated worry about the future. And it doesn't exist. It's not real. It's something that your ego mind has created. If you're living more in the now moment, there is no such thing as fear. Unless there's fear that comes in the now. Unless you're being chased by a grizzly bear. Maybe then that's real fear. Okay? But if you're worried about where your money's going to come from in a month, that is a made up, nonsensical waste of your energy. Make sense? So contemplate that. How can I wrangle my ego mind? Alright, Capricorn friends, that's the reading. Now that we've seen all the cards, I think that... I don't know. There's no really overall theme here. I think as far as what you need to embrace is don't neglect your shadow side. Your shadow side is very important to your growth as a human being, and you can't deny it. So definitely embrace it, learn from it, and use it as a tool for learning. You need to let go of the idea that, you're driven by other people. You shouldn't be driven by other people, and you shouldn't want to, get back at them or show them. You should be trying to accomplish the goals in your life because those are the goals that you want to accomplish in the way that you want to accomplish them, because they fortify your life, not because they're going to make someone look bad or because you're going to prove someone wrong. It's not helping you. So let go of that. You're very courageous in standing up for yourself, which is very good, and expressing yourself and taking actions that represent who you are. So keep doing that. But I think you fear the laws, the rules, the restrictions that have been created by society, and you're worried about breaking them. What if I quit my job and spend all my time being creative? Oh no, that's something to fear. No, it's not. Okay? No, it's not. That is the most liberating thing you could possibly do. But society doesn't want you to do that, because then you're going to be paying less taxes. Then you're going to be, doing what you want to do. You're going to be a happier person. And the government wants little worker bees that are miserable in their jobs, but they feel like they have to do it in order to provide for themselves and their family. And let's not get into that now. Sorry, I went on a tangent. As far as what to celebrate, everything. Celebrate everything, Capricorn friends. Everything that's happened up until now to make you who you are should be celebrated, even if they were perceived as negative, especially if they were perceived as negative. And contemplate how you're going to fix your ego mind. We all need to fix our ego mind. You're not broken. That's not what I meant to say. But how can you improve your ego mind and bring it more into the now moment rather than, thinking about worries and anxieties that don't even exist? Okay? Okay, so that is the reading for my Capricorn friends. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember, this is a general reading. If you want a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website. It's lightofriga.com. The link is in the description. Be sure to do all the YouTube stuff. I really appreciate it. The liking, the sharing, subscribing, the commenting, all of those things help spread this channel and spread healing around. So thank you for that. And I want to wish you a happy and safe Halloween or Samhain season. And thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.